Well, with so many households really watching expenses these days, the cost of keeping a fashionable wardrobe can certainly be a little bit challenging. For example, when the kids need new clothes for school. So what happens is you may find yourself scrimping on your own wardrobe, right? And so today we have a fun and creative way that you can give an old wardrobe a new twist there, maybe add some new life to it. It's called upcycling. And our guest this morning is Jennifer Gigas. She is from Bernina of America, and she's here to show us what it's all about. Hey, Jennifer, good morning to you.
Well, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. You know, I've heard of recycling, not upcycling. Sounds intriguing. I like the sound of it. What is it?
Well, it's really just a matter of taking garments that are either in your wardrobe that, you know, have been around a little while, but there's still elements that you really like, or things that maybe you've picked up on sale or at a thrift shop, and adding a little personality and a little style to them. So that's what we're going to take a look at.
Speaking of personality, this is some personality here. I like this. It almost looks like two different sweaters, but not really.
Exactly. So we've got just a little pullover shrug over the cardigan, and we started with just a basic pullover and then a cardigan sweater itself. Changed out the buttons so that it blends together and looks like it belongs, and it started life this way. So literally, it's just a matter of
taking two different sweaters.
It is.
Oh, okay.
Taking a very basic piece in a color that you like, maybe part of it's a serviceable garment, some of it's not, cutting it across that yoke line, and then literally stitching it in place over the cardigan.
Ah, you know, the other thing I noticed that is so cute, and you know what you did? Dun, 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 changing those buttons. That makes such a big difference.
Gives it a lot more personality. And then if you do have some things in your wardrobe that, you know, are no longer serviceable, or the kids' things, just pulling out those buttons and attaching them in place gives it a little more personality.
Well, how cute is this? Everybody needs a little leopard in their lives, right?
And it's always in style.
It is.
Every year it comes back. So this is two sweaters that were stitched together to create the little sweater dress. So again, we started with a cardigan, swapped out the buttons so that we had something with a little more impact, and then stitched the second sweater to the bottom of the first. Just cut it off again at the yoke line and use that as the tube to become the skirt. So here's our cardigan. Okay, again, the buttons swapped out, so it just has a little more visual interest. And then the bottom of the dress is the little V-neck
because
sweater.
I thought if you use the top, that'd be a little tight.
Lift it upside down.
But the bottom, that's a great idea. Yeah.
And then literally again, just cut across that yoke line. And then the ribbing for the V-neck was used to hem it.
Oh, that is so cute.
Very
That's
quick,
adorable
very
outfit.
easy.
I have to tell you though, the one I really love is the one right here on your other side. I just think
that
is so cute.
Now this one is done, it's a little cropped cardigan sweater, and you're seeing this silhouette quite a bit. I tend to have to hem everything, so for me this is a good solution. A little bit of ribbon trim in place, and then some buttons used just to give it some different personality. Buttons are probably the quickest change that you can make. They are quick, easy, and adds a whole different look to the garment itself.
All right, so you've got me intrigued. I want to upcycle. What tools do I need to get started? And remember, I'm a beginner here.
All right, so as a beginner, of course, you need some garments that you're going to want to upcycle and add some personality to, and a sewing machine is helpful as well. So today we're going to work with the Bernina 380. It is a basic sewing machine. It has a beautiful straight stitch. You want something that has a nice quality stitch, an easy buttonhole. This one has a one-step buttonhole, and then a nice hem stitch, a great benefit as well. And now with something like this, because of course as a beginner you're going to want to get the most out of your machine, your Bernina dealer will walk you through exactly how to use the machine and take you through the basics up into some more advanced things when you're ready.
That's what I love, because I'm a beginner, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers out there are thinking the same thing. Where would a beginner like me start?
Okay, so I mentioned it came from leftovers. Yep. So here's the top half of a cardigan that we used. We've already cut it in half. We used the bottom on the other garment. I have a little bit of a double-sided water-soluble adhesive tape already in place on our sweater, and that's going to hold our ribbon trim so that I don't have to do an awful lot of pinning, because we want this to be quick, we want it to be easy, and we want it to be foolproof. So that tape is going to hold everything in place so that when we get ready to stitch this ribbon to create the hemline or the finished edge on our cardigan, we don't want to worry about it shifting or going anywhere. So literally we'll just put that one pin in place at the very beginning. And now we'll take it to the sewing machine to stitch it in place. Now in real life, you're going to go all the way around the sweater. Okay. Now I'm using a stitch foot with a little guide here to help us, so that it'll be very, very simple as we place our sweater underneath the pressure foot and we begin to stitch. And it's just a little straight stitch that's holding that ribbon in place. Now we're using contrasting thread so that you can see where we're going today. And in real life, you'd use something that blends in. Go all the way around, remove it from the machine, and you're ready to go.
That is so cute. Jennifer, thank you so much, because I like the idea of being able to upcycle and really make what's old new again, especially in these economic times. Good to see you.
You too. Thank you for having me.
And if you want more information on Bernina's sewing tools and to find a sales location near you where you can also take beginner sewing classes, simply visit the website bernina.usa.com.